Our top focus story comes from Amethi and Raebareli. Of course, this is a statement that was made by BJP leader Varun Gandhi in Sultanpur. Varun Gandhi this time is not contesting elections from Pilibhit. He is moved to Amethi's adjacent constituency, parliamentary constituency Sultanpur. While addressing NGOs and school teachers in Sultanpur, Varun Gandhi praised Rahul Gandhi's model of development in Amethi when he talked about small and medium scale industries and the work it generated, the self-help groups. Was this calculated? Was this mischievous? Was this deliberate? Was this to embarrass Smriti Irani, who had already gone on record to say that Rahul Gandhi had carried out absolutely no development in Amethi? This is a Headlines Today special report.
The Gandhi family drama in the run-up to 2014 polls has become rather engaging, even as two sister-in-laws are linked by their mutual dislike, one silent, the other vocal. The Gandhi family's next generation is displaying unusual bonhomie.
हमको लघु उद्योग चाहिए, स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज चाहिए, जैसे कि हम लोग ये सोचें कि सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स जैसे राहुल जी अमेठी में सफलतापूर्वक
जो अमेठी में हम कंटिन्यूसली स्ट्रैटेजी के साथ काम कर रहे हैं। अमेठी में हमने एजुकेशन हब का फाउंडेशन तैयार किया है। हमने फूड पार्क और किसानों के लिए लंबी सोच करके काम किया है। तो वो जो वरुण कह रहे हैं वो सही कह रहे हैं।
Varun seemed to have forgotten the ferocious attack his mother Maneka Gandhi had launched on Sonia just a fortnight back.
अंतरराष्ट्रीय अखबारों का कहना है कि कांग्रेस की अध्यक्षा जो विदेश से आई थी और जिसको देश ने इतना प्यार दिया और गले से लगा करके इतनी छूट दी, आज दुनिया में छठे नंबर पर सबसे अमीर औरत है। मैं पूछती हूँ, दहेज में तो एक पैसा नहीं लाई थी, तो ये अगर दुनिया में छठे नंबर पर सबसे अमीर औरत है तो कहां से पैसा आया?
It is surprising that while the BJP's PM candidate and the party line are boasting of Gujarat model, Varun Gandhi is in awe of Rahul Gandhi's Amethi model. While his party's candidate from Amethi, Smriti Irani, talks of unshackling Amethi from dynasty politics, Varun seems to be interested in borrowing a leaf from the Congress Vice President's book. And despite Varun Gandhi's clarification, the BJP camp war is out in the open.
Varun was quick to tweet his clarification, but despite the damage control, he ended up leaving his party red-faced and the Congress grinning.
पूरे देश में उस मॉडल को लोग लागू करें तो अच्छा है। वो गुजरात मॉडल से बहुत अच्छा मॉडल है, अमेठी और रायबरेली मॉडल। गुजरात मॉडल की बात करने वालों को थोड़ा अमेठी रायबरेली मॉडल भी देखना चाहिए।
So is there more to Varun Gandhi endorsing his cousin Rahul Gandhi's work model? Is it just brotherly bonding, or is there actually more than meets the eye? The real reason seems to be a worsening Cold War within the BJP, with the Advani-Sushma camp at loggerheads with Modi and his 272-plus coterie, which they feel is slowly but steadily taking full control. Now, Varun's admiration for Sushma Swaraj is no secret. He calls her his second mother, while he's been rather cold towards Narendra Modi, not really mentioning him in his campaign so far. Being a part of the Advani-Sushma camp, Varun would not want to be seen praising the BJP's candidate from Amethi, Smriti Irani, who is a well-known Modi camp insider.
And Headlines Today's Amir Haq has been camping across Amethi, Raebareli, Sultanpur. He now joins me from Ground Zero. Also with me is Deputy Editor Shiv Arur. Amir, explain this to us. What are BJP insiders on Ground Zero at Ground Zero telling you? What was this statement all about? Was this just praising a cousin, or was this querying the pitch for Smriti Irani?
Well, Gaurav, obviously this was an off-the-cuff statement. That is what at least the BJP district unit here in Amethi and Raebareli believe, because I've spoken to a lot of leaders placed locally here, but there is something very alarming that comes out of the record discussion, and which is that there is something that is really nagging Varun Gandhi over there in Sultanpur. Something about the recent developments in BJP that he's deeply unhappy about. Something that pesters him to go on to speak something about the party. But there is also something that holds him back. He is not speaking out his mind correctly. But yes, obviously he's taking this opportunity to say something that is related to the conducting of the affairs of the party.
Stay with me. Let me quickly bring in Shiv Arur for more on this story. Shiv, is this a clash of the next generation of leadership within the BJP? Both of them are young, Smriti Irani and Varun Gandhi. But is Smriti Irani's growing stature within the BJP, she's now party vice president, is that making Varun Gandhi extremely insecure?
It's about insecurity. It's about many different things, Gaurav. It is well known that Varun Gandhi isn't a big fan of Narendra Modi. There have been instances in the past when he's said things either off the cuff or deliberately that have embarrassed, the Modi camp within the BJP, which of course has an emerging sort of power within the entire party, and we've seen that across a range of decisions recently. Smriti Irani is identified as an insider, a person very, very clearly identified with Team Modi, a person, known to be close to Narendra Modi himself, and a person who, who's very clear about where she stands in the party as far as, these camps are concerned, even though Smriti and others within the BJP will always say there are no camps. Varun Gandhi, on the other hand, has been seen to be close to Rajnath Singh, certain others, but always been viewed as a bit of a variable within the party. Over the last few days, reports suggest that he hasn't, mentioned Modi very much in his campaign. He's kept it very, very centric, himself. He's the person he's been talking about mostly. So he's never made any bones about not being a big fan of Narendra Modi. So, this clash was pretty much waiting to happen. Now, his comment on Rahul Gandhi has only escalated it so much because Smriti Irani, as you rightly pointed out, happens to be the Amethi candidate. So what is a colleague in the BJP praising your rival just days before you go into the election? That's the question. So I think we should definitely be reading between the lines here.
For the moment, Shiv Arur and Amir Haq, many thanks for joining me.